What's up guys, it's me, LSP Spectrar here in another video in Wayward Terra Frontier. At this point I now have two ships that are great for trading and building up your money. This one I've had before and have reviewed, and I now have a new one, and I would like to compare them and tell you which one I like is the best and which ship I believe to be the best for trading as of the ships that I have found currently. And I've been searching and I haven't found any new ships for a while. So let's remember this one. It's got some large cargo bays. I have some numbers. This ship has 78 cargo slots, which is a lot. It's great for trading. It's very mobile, and it has a single small turret for defense, which means you can get the triple barrel or double barrel machine gun and the 220mm cannon, I believe, is what it is. But either way, good weapon slots for defending yourself, and those are like the standard weapons that you don't unlock that you can get typically. So, but if we head into this other one, and let's take a minute to look in here. We got some decent sensors. This is probably the weakest part right here. Getting hit here really disables your ship fairly fast, so you're very weak right there. But other than that, fairly mobile. And I will say that both ships are both very, very mobile ships, despite this one being a lot bigger. So we look into this one, obviously a lot bigger. It is still fairly mobile, and I mean, engine takeoff is fairly good. Rotation is fairly good. One thing I will say about this ship instantly is that we have two small turret mounts, which means same gun as the other one, but we have two of them, and they do a full rotation, which in my opinion can be a very big deal, and also very important for this being a large ship. So it does rotate a little bit slower, not a whole lot slower, but definitely a little bit slower. Coming into here, most of the ship is fairly protected. There's a very thin layer of armor. I mean, the other ship had a little bit thicker armor in the front. This one, I mean, kind of, not really. This ship has a little bit more sensor range, which is not a huge deal. This ship, however, does have 104 cargo slots, which means it has 26 more cargo slots than the other one. And honestly, at that point, I would say it's not a big enough difference to worry about. And it's not a difference that makes me prefer this ship over the other one. However, I would say that this ship is the better of the two for doing cargo. But again, it's not because of those cargo slots. The cargo slots are a perk, having 26 more, but in my opinion, that's not a big enough difference for that to be the reason. One other thing is, if you get attacked, your heat sinks are fairly protected. You can see that they're in this inner layer, both in the front and in the back. You have separate power for your engines and separate power for your weapons, which in my opinion is also a big deal. Which means if one goes out, you still have the other one operating at full capacity. If in the future we do get to the point where we can have large crews, this one can hold a larger crew so it can repair itself faster. It's not relevant yet, but it could be in the future. The only thing I hate is that this cargo bay, you can't get into this area and move around. I can't remember if you used to be able to, but you definitely can't now, and so you can't reach to repair this, but you can repair this engine, which is nice. I would probably say the biggest reason I like this ship over the other one is that it's harder to disable quickly, and you can hold your own a lot better with the two turret mounts that fully rotate in a fight if a pirate picks a fight with you. Also, you can pick on little ships. If you happen to see one of those small cargo ships at a station, you can pick on it and steal all of its cargo a little bit easier and faster. And if that little ship happens to have a weapon, you can defend yourself and take it out faster. That's probably the biggest reason why I like this ship more. The other ship is good and it has a turret, but the single turret just doesn't, I don't know if it just doesn't do it for me, but it just doesn't do it. I will say you're a little more exposed to having your command console up so high in front. I feel like there's not a lot to go through to get to me, which is okay. I can't say I would I feel like I could say I prefer it back here, but you'd be in a similar situation either way. I will say the biggest downside of the ship is that it is so big. You're much easier target to hit. There's not a lot of dodging ability for this ship. I mean, it's fast, but it's not that fast, and the armor does go away fairly quickly. But it can hold its own. As you can see, the sensor range is actually fairly decent. And it is a larger class ship, which is always fun to have. It's the 3-bar ship. So, you know, there's those perks. Other than that, I would definitely say this is a great trading ship. I've done many trade runs with it and gotten lots of money, which feels like very quickly. You get to a point when you have this much cargo where you're not just going for one item in a station at once. I'll kind of show you what I mean. So when you're coming out here and you're selecting, so let's say you pick this and you're going over to here, I wouldn't just pick thermal plating. I'd pick thermal plating and armor piercing, or if I click on this one and go back the other way, I would definitely pick, oh my gosh, carbon nanotubes. I may have to go do that run. It's going for a lot right now. So I'd pick that, and I'd pick 77 because sometimes you can sell out the station's supply because of how much you can buy. So you have to be a little more careful than that with that. It also leads you to the ability to do multiple runs across a couple stations. So it's nice in that fact. But really the biggest thing is defending yourself, and that the 26 cargo difference, while it's not the selling point, is definitely nice. However, I would say if you can't get the ship or you haven't found it, this ship is great for trading still. It's still great in every capacity. But other than that, this is my new favorite trading ship. Let me know if you guys like this new style of ship review rather than just saying ship review 10 and 11 and stuff like that. I may still kind of do that because it's not always going to be my favorite of something, if that makes sense. But let me know what you think about that. Also, I feel like I've moved through things very fast in the last 2 updates. I've tried my best to cover all the new things that have happened in the updates, but I can't help but feel like I've missed something, despite me going back and looking at videos trying to figure out what it is. So if there is a part of an update that I've never covered, or I didn't cover very well or something, please let me know so that I can go back and do it for you guys. I do my best to try to cover everything, but it can be hard sometimes. So, other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!